How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the TG podcast. We've got a Friday. The first time we've done it on Friday, by the way. Of course, because we're going to build up the big game against Manchester City this weekend. So I thought, let's do a special podcast before the game, talk about it all there. We're going to talking about, obviously, a bit of transfer news as always, because we know Monday, the deadline day, still no players, 31 days in, and we've done fuck all people. So yeah, it's not looking good for us. But we'll talk about some transfer news today, and then about the Champions League as well. But we've got Cooper with us, we've got Rory with us. Two new guests making their debut, man, on the podcast. We've got Alf. Welcome back, Alf. How you doing, my friend? You good?
Big up. I'm doing good. Thanks again for having me, Josh, and looking forward to the stream.
Yes, big up yourself. And I've been trying to get this going for so long, man. This guy speaks. I've been watching his channel for quite a while now. We've got Lee, man, from the Arsenal Alliance. Lee, how you doing, bro?
All good, bruv. All good. Thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure.
Yes, mate. It's been a long time coming to get you on the channel, bro. So absolute pleasure to have you on there as well. And it's been a while for this guy as well. My brother Tom's in the building. How's it going, Tom?
I'm good, thanks. What about you?
Bro, I'm very well, brother. That jacket you got on. Oh my, that's class, bro. Yeah.
Oh, it's a bit old, but
is it? It looks new.
Yeah, it's not the new one. I mean, I got it for Christmas, but it's not the new one. But it's still very nice. Still very nice.
Merch FC back again, dropping new merch yesterday. Have you seen it, guys?
Yeah.
I don't bother looking at it. I've got the needle at the minute, so yeah, I don't bother looking at it.
I'll get the bleach.
Josh, you might have to get some at the Armory. Or
I forgot.
Bro, I'm getting Win the Dog the plushie at the Armory next time I go, people. Yeah,
that's right. You got to get that for Seb.
Oh wait, wait. I think Tom's got it. Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
Oh my god.
Oh, £20 down the drain, mate.
We probably sold so many of those dogs, and we don't have any money to fucking get anybody.
It's madness. But guys, before we do start, everyone's panel links in the description as well. So all you got to do is go to the description. Make sure you guys are subbing to every single one. I mean, Cooper ain't got a channel, but he's still a real one. So, but yeah, make sure you sub to Rory, Tom, Lee.
I just tore myself out for other people, Josh.
How's life as a Napoli fan as well, Cooper? Now.
It's you know what? Things are a lot brighter.
Yeah.
After I've watched all year. It's not like
No, you have to.
You can't say that I went for a front runner. I was just impressed by Napoli. So
yeah.
Napoli have always had a great team.
Yeah. Big up to Anthony in the chat as well. Oh, yeah, Anthony, if you're around now, bro, and if you want to hop on with us, let me know. I'll definitely send you a link as well, bro, because obviously you're a real one. This guy keeps calling me Arteta. Do you really think I look like Arteta, any of you on the panel?
No.
If you look like Arteta, then that means you look like Mikel Moreno as well.
Oh, I'm not having that, mate. I'm not having that. I'm good.
I got told I look like Ben from Outnumbered.
You look like Turkish.
Yeah.
I mean, Turkish is a real one, so I don't mind that.
That's a compliment. I look like Turkish before he went to Turkey. He got here.
But guys, let's start the Champions League, obviously, because we had it on Wednesday. I know it was sort of like one of those games we was already through and Girona was already out, but we got the 2-1 win. We saw obviously Neto make his debut. Oh mate, I mean,
when I saw him like leave his feet, I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm an American, and I know you don't do that.
I don't want to scare you guys, but I'm sure you've seen the news about Ray doubtful for the game against Man City as well.
I hope that's mind games from Arteta.
I really hope it's mind games. I'll see you side now, but yeah, we saw Neto make his debut. Obviously, there's a complete squad rotation as expected. We saw some likes of Kivior play in there. The midfield completely changed around as well. So yeah, I think, and obviously we saw Wanyeri have a fantastic game. What a goal that was as well, by the way. Unbelievable finish that was from Wanyeri.
See that kid, mate? He's a generational talent. Everyone talks about Cole Palmer, Phil Foden. He's going to be up there with him, man. I'm telling you, can see.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but the sad point is that half of our fans think Arteta's generational too.
That's a disgrace.
It is a disgrace.
I mean,
Don't even get me going on him or Kai Havertz.
But yeah, listen, like 2-1 win. Obviously, we saw Payet right back again, and that. Look at that first goal, guys. To tell you, what you need to know about him playing right back yet again, up against the ex. It has to be Dan Juma as well, man. Ex Tottenham scoring that goal for them, but we got the win. Obviously, we now know we face either Juventus, PSV, Feyenoord, or AC Milan in the last 16. That'll be decided in the next draw. But I'll come to Lee because his debut, obviously, on the channel. Talk to me a bit about that game against Girona, and also your thoughts on obviously the opponents and who would you want to face, obviously, in the last 16, mate?
Well, it was a weird game for me. I mean, Girona, they hadn't scored in their previous 3 or 4 games in the Champions League. I think it was. They're not great. They'd had a good season in Spain last year to get qualified, obviously.
Yeah.
But they ain't done nothing in that Champions League. And I was expecting to win 3-4, even 5-0. As soon as I seen Neto in goal, I was a bit worried. Right to be worried. He ain't played for God knows how long. Supposed to be an experienced goalkeeper, but comes well out of his box, and we lose the ball, the counter attack, and he tries to save it. If he puts his hand on that ball outside the box, it's a red card straight away. Before that, there's a pass back, and he nearly gets closed down. He panics, so that could have been another situation there. But I mean, for the rest of it, I thought Sterling had his best game in our colours. Although I don't rate him at all now. I think he runs around like an headless chicken most of the time. But he was on the left-hand side, which he's better at. And he did have a better game. He did dribble past a few players. I don't think that was a foul that he got booked for diving in the box. I think there was contact. Might have been a bit light, but there was contact. But apart from that, all I can say is Wanyeri, mate. I've been saying it for weeks and weeks since I see him. Play. Who did he play against? I think it was not the Brighton game, because he scored in that game as well, didn't he? Before he went off injured.
Yeah.
It was a game before that, and I was watching him, man. The skill, the close control, the drop the shoulder, going past the players, the speed of him. He's got everything, man. He's got everything, and he's what Arteta likes, because I don't think Arteta likes a 9, like I said in your last stream on the chat.
Yeah.
I don't think he likes, because they like to camp outside the box and play it around. They like an inside forward, cutting in on their other foot. That's what he likes, Arteta. And that's why I think he hasn't bought one since Aubameyang. And on the next round in the quarterfinals, who was it again? It was the other Italian team, AC Milan.
AC Milan, Juventus, PSV, and Feyenoord. Yeah.
Feyenoord. I think PSV are top of the Dutch league. So, no, I don't fancy them. Although I think we beat them last time we played them.
Yeah, the 4-0, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think Feyenoord, that would be a preferable draw. I mean, we never really have much luck against Italian teams. I mean, Inter Milan was the only team that beat us in the Champions League. They beat us 1-0, didn't they? Yeah. And we don't have a lot of luck against them. Although last time we played Juventus, was it Juventus? When we got was it Wiltord and that scored?
Yeah.
It was like 4-1, I think. Last time I can remember us beating Juventus. So I mean, apart from that, I don't remember us beating any solid Italian teams for a long time.
Didn't we beat them in our last season at Highbury? Vieira's return.
Juventus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was that not the same season when Wiltord scored?
It might have been.
Because I remember Fabregas having a killer game that day.
4-5, whatever it was. What was our last season? 2004.
Yeah.
5-6.
Yeah, it might have been. But no, yeah, bro. I agree. Like even you look at when we played at Atalanta this season as well. That was a 0-0.
That was a draw. Yeah.
And they missed a penalty as well in the game. Raya saved us in that one, I thought.
Double save. What a save.
Yeah, what a save that was. But, I mean, I've seen the game. I remember 2012 against Milan. We got battered 4-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's been like us against the Italian teams. We got an awful record, man. A really, really awful record. So, yeah, I mean, Feyenoord? I think Feyenoord got battered by Lille 6-1, didn't they, as well?
Yeah.
So, but on the flip side, they beat Bayern Munich 3-0 and they drew Man City 3-3. So it's
What is it? What is it that we get to play? Do they play each other?
Yeah. So
and then the winners of both of them, we get drawn against whoever the two winners.
Yeah, exactly that. So basically, Juventus are playing PSV, so there's a chance we get the winner out of that will either face. It's between Inter and Arsenal because we finished third and Inter finished fourth, right? So we play either one of Juventus or PSV or one of Feyenoord and Milan, and that be drawn after the playoffs, obviously. So we can get any of the four, man, pretty much. But yeah, bro, I agree. I'll move to I'll come to you next, Alf, bro. Obviously, your thoughts on the game against Girona quickly, and also who do you want in the next round, man? Last 16.
As far as my thoughts for the game against Girona went, I've said countless times, I'm always shaking every time I see Thomas Partey at right back. He's not got the legs to play at right back anymore. In the past 6 games where we played him at right back, we dropped points in each of those games, whether that be a loss or a draw. I didn't actually know that David Raya was injured. I was kind of expecting David Raya to start the game, but we went with Neto, our oldest debutant, as far as I know, and he had a disaster class. He was panicky. You can clearly see that he's not as confident on the ball as David Raya is, and we were made to pay for that. And like Lee said, that if he'd have saved the ball, we'd have been down to 10 men. We probably would have had to bring on Tommy Setford or play Kai Havertz in goal. But again, Ethan Wanyeri, what a performance. I remember the hype around this kid when he made his debut for us against Brentford a couple seasons ago at 15 years of age. And you could understand why Arteta brought him into the team. And the thing I like about these young players nowadays is they play without fear. They want to go at defences. They want to attack. They want to move the ball quickly. And you can see it in his game. And like I said to you yesterday, that it's almost as if we're creating clones in the academy, because that goal of his was Saka-esque. It was a Bukayo Saka kind of finish. And he looks like a decent replacement if Saka's not available. But I just hope that Arteta sees the error in his ways and doesn't overplay him like he has done with Saka. But overall, I'm happy that we got the 3 points. I wish we didn't concede a goal. I would have been much happy with the clean sheet. But 3 points is 3 points. And as for who I'd love to see us play in the round of 16, to be honest, I'll take any of them, because I don't see any qualities that they've got that can really hurt us. I feel like the only team that we'd probably struggle against would probably be PSV. I mean, Feyenoord are without Arne Slot now. Obviously, he's at Liverpool. Yeah. Juventus aren't the same team they used to be, and neither are Milan. So any of them, really, bring them on.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. I thought, made some great points as always there, bro. Tom, man, what do you make, obviously, the Girona game? And same question to you, man. I mean, who do you really want to face in the last 16?
Well, I mean, in terms of the Girona game, I think, it wasn't mathematically confirmed that we were through. So I think it was still important that we got a result, at least a draw from that game. So we can only credit the team there from, going 1-0 down and bringing the victory back. Obviously, there were a few dodgy performances, and I am kind of surprised that Arteta rotated the team that heavily, if we're going to be completely honest. Obviously, if David Raya is injured, then he had no choice in goal. But, if we had got Johan Garcia in the summer, then I think that probably would have been a stronger option than Neto. But, yeah, that kind of does come to the transfer window. But I think in terms of that game, it's settled and we did our job, and we can move forward from that. And in terms of who I'd like seeing in the next round, I mean, I'm not really too bothered because, they're all away European teams who, are massive in their own respect. And I do think any European team will give us a game. Obviously, I'm shocked that Sporting, shipped 5 to us. But before that, if you look at our Champions League form before that game, who was the Ukrainian team that came?
Shakhtar.
Shakhtar, yeah, and we struggled against them, in my opinion.
Yeah, we did.
Atalanta, we struggled. Inter Milan, we struggled. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, at the Emirates, I think we could give anyone a game, but it's away from home where we've got to improve. And I think we have seen improvement in recent games, but I don't know. I mean, I'm still not massively confident with anyone at the moment, to be completely honest, in the Champions League, because they've all got their own strengths and qualities. So yeah.
Yeah, no, bro, that's very well said, man. That's very true, because as I said, like, even when you look at finals, like, you look at it this way, they got battered by Lille 6-1, but then they beat Bayern Munich 3-0. So this Champions League is Champions League, as you rightly said as well. That's the thing I've been worried about, was the away form of Arsenal. I think because we saw little signs of improvement, especially that Sporting game. To go and score 5 away at home to that Sporting team was really, really impressive. But yeah, if we can work on that against these bigger opponents, for sure, then then we could go somewhere.
Yeah, that's what cost us last season in the Champions League.
Yeah,
when we went away to the Allianz and we lost, and Porto away as well.
Yeah,
that
Always
wasn't
Bayern
easy,
Munich,
was
man.
it?
Always Bayern Munich.
So yeah,
kryptonite. Them and Barcelona.
Yeah. But yeah, as you said with finals, they went 3-0 down to Man City, but they pulled that back.
Yeah.
So every European club has their strengths, and they can give anyone a game. If they've got that spirit in them and that determination to do something, then obviously every game will be difficult. So yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, there we go. So I'll come to Cooper next. Cooper, talk to us a little bit about what you thought about the game against Girona, and your thoughts on the last 16 draw as well, in terms of the teams.
I thought it was a boring game to watch, as usual. I mean, anything with Marino in it is like fucking. I don't know what's slower than him, honestly. But the only thing I took out of it, was, like you guys said, the Nwaneri goal. It was class. I just we did all right. We move on. I'd like to see Juve. I think we can now that I'm a Napoli fan too, I really want to go after Juve. So that's my excuse why.
Forza Napoli.
Yeah, Forza Napoli.
Forza Napoli.
Yeah, I mean, Juventus. Listen, as I said, I mean, these Italian sides, they know how to play, man. Especially, and as I said, with the record that we got against them.
Unless we get Vlahovic, and then I don't want Juve, because we'll have them and then we'll lose.
I don't, even if he stays at Juventus, he might not play though, because Colomboani is playing ahead of him. So yeah, he might not even play.
He stinks.
Yeah,
we've been linked to him for ages though as well. Like, I remember back a couple of seasons ago, we were linked with Vlahovic. I'm glad that nothing came of it, because he's shit.
He knocked us back, didn't he? He knocked us back.
That's right. We have enough shit on our team. We got Kai Havertz.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Oh God.
Yeah, facts. But yeah, Rory, bro, what's your thoughts? Obviously, quick thoughts on Girona game, and also your thoughts on the opponents that we could face in the last 16.
Yeah. Overall, like, I didn't really care about the result, but then as the game panned out and how the rest of the games panned out, I kind of wanted us to get the win. I think it was vital we did get the win, because I think our opponents would have been Man City or Real Madrid. So depending on the place in the top 8 is who you face, obviously, in like from 8th to, is it 25, I believe. So yeah, I mean, we would have drawn to Man City we would have drawn Real Madrid and Man City, in the round of 16 if we would have dropped points, and we almost did. So yeah, the opponents are winnable. I think ideally the Dutch teams will do for us nicely. AC Milan and Juve. I mean, I think the toughest in there, I'd say, is AC Milan. I think they've got. I think they're a bigger threat than, let's say, Juventus, but I don't know. Like,
They definitely got a manager boost.
Conceição, yeah.
Did they sack Motta, or did he just leave?
Who?
Due to, like, I don't know. Did Motta get sacked?
Who's this?
Did Motta get sacked at Juve?
Nah, he's still there. He's still there with Juventus.
Oh, is he still there?
Milan sacked their manager.
I thought he left, But
AC Milan sacked their manager, and they got Conceição in from Porto.
Yeah. That'll be interesting, because obviously we played Porto last season.
Yeah.
And
I just read the comment there. Anthony Herbert having a go at me again.
Let's have a look. He loves Havertz. He told me he's got a poster of him on his bedroom wall.
He's a fucking knobhead, man. Go chew some carrots.
Hey, Lee, don't worry about it.
Want some carrots? You drive your tractor.
Lee, don't worry about it. I got a picture of him up above my bed. So
he's a saucy git, isn't he?
I actually think we'd be fine there against AC Milan if they decide to play Kyle Walker, because he's slow as shit now. And Martinelli would easily get past him if they play him.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
Is Martinelli going to lift his head, or is he just going to?
So
is Martinelli going to raise his head to look
Yeah,
at
to be
anything?
fair,
He never looks up. Never looks up.
Sterling would probably get past him, but Martinelli, I wouldn't trust against like a 37-year-old right back at the moment.
Yeah, Kyle Walker is, one of the best. He's
One of the best.
Huh?
He's lost.
He was one of the best. He's not anymore.
Yeah.
He was quick, but he's lost his pace now. He's definitely not as quick as he was.
No.
Well, it sounds like every Arsenal player.
Yeah.
Marino.
Proper regressed under Arteta, haven't they? Proper.
They do. I've never seen a thing like it.
Do you know what they call Declan Rice? Declining Rice.
Best six in Europe last year, and he's playing him in the 8.
Yeah, they're calling him Declining Rice. I'm serious. You think I'm joking?
This shit's funny, man. That's good.
That's a good one. Declining Rice, bro.
Yeah. Mate. I think he's all right though. I think he's doing all right in the 8. He's playing everywhere. He's in the 10. He's up front. He's on the wing. He's everywhere.
He's one of our best players this year, I reckon.
Yeah, him against Wolves, he was all over the pitch.
I think he's brilliant.
I think so far this year he's been superb. I think Zagreb had a great game. I think Man United, he was one of our better players. Newcastle as well. I think he's been superb so far this year. But back onto the game, right? I reckon that was all about Waneri. Don't get twisted. There were some performances that they were good, but
Gabriel played well
to the Waneri standard. You know what I'm saying on Wednesday. I mean, I'm pretty sure the guy, or the kid, should I say, knows he is good, ain't he? He's all right. Let's just put it that way. He's all right, and
he knows he's a little bit. He knows he's a little different.
Yeah, and the thing is, right, the thing I love about him is he's so like chill. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard like a peep of arrogance from the guy whatsoever since he broke into this first team. And if Odegaard doesn't start performing, then when Saka comes back, then it's going to be difficult for Arteta to leave Waneri out, and Odegaard might have to hold bench. I mean, I'm not even trolling.
No, facts.
If Odegaard doesn't start performing, because Waneri's going to want that midfield spot, and the fact he's got faith in his own ability as well, and he's so fearless as well. We've been saying it for ages. He has that fearless factor about him, and that goal was pretty much trademark Saka.
He looks good on the right, given some space. I mean, you're right. I mean, he's
there's
taking
something
people
about our
on.
academy players. There's something about our academy players, right? Like Saka was a winger in the academy, started his senior career as a left back, then obviously got converted back to a winger. Smith Rowe came through the academy, played as a left winger for us for most part. Lewis Skelly, midfielder in the academy, playing left back. Waneri, midfielder, and now he's playing as a forward, which I think he is a forward at this rate. And I'm just picturing that he could be our left winger in the future. Like if you've got him on one side, Waneri.
I've been saying it for weeks. You know,
why not a left winger? No,
yeah,
a
yeah, but he
right
can play.
winger, not a left.
I reckon he could do a good job there. Do you see the cross he put in for Trossard in the first half? Can easily play with his weak foot.
Yeah, he'd be better than Martinelli or Trossard. For us
Yeah, at least he looks up.
There you go.
Martinelli, Trossard, Sterling, or Waneri.
He's left foot.
Yeah, but obviously at the moment he should be playing on the right and definitely should be starting at the weekend. I mean,
Sterling's
much
better on the right. Playing on the right.
Yeah,
I think he's better on the right.
Man, like
I've
Islam
never seen him on the
Kenobi, you know
left,
what I'm saying? Yeah. In terms of the rest of the players, oh god, Neto. That goal. You know what? I'm going to cut him some slack because he's not really played in like 6 months, has he? And he wasn't too bad afterwards, but that goal is laughable. I thought I was catching up to the bloody traffic after the game at first. I was like, what the fuck is he doing coming off his line like that? Was he going in for half time early or something? Like, what is going on?
It was like Robert Sanchez against Man City.
Yeah.
I put it up on Twitter. I said, spot the difference.
I mean, the only difference was that Robert Sanchez actually didn't go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
Neto actually attempted to dive for that when we could have got sent off. When it could have got sent off, sorry, and our backs would have been against the wall. And that time we would have had no complaints about the red card because he's handled it outside of his own box. And it wasn't just him, obviously. I've rewatched the goal, and I think blaming Partey is a bit harsh. I can't lie. At the same time, he did obviously win the penalty at the other end. But Kiwior, terrible positioning. Terrible positioning for the goal that got disallowed as well. Like, I called him a Polish Clark Kent on my watch log.
I call him the Polish Rob Holding.
That's disrespecting Rob Holding.
He's worse than that. Because, oh my days, I've never seen a centre-back out of position so many times as fucking Kiwior. I can't lie. I've never seen a centre-back like this. And, yeah, he can step in for the odd game here and there, but...
Well, 25 million.
And that's Arteta's signing.
Yep.
I don't know what to say about that one.
We were talking a couple weeks ago, you know, out of 31 signings that Arteta's made, 8 you can say have been good.
Well, no, I think on Kiwior, I think when you say 25 million, I still think with the age that he is, the profile that he is,
he's not good enough at Arsenal, is he?
Obviously he's not good enough at Arsenal, but I still think you could get some of that money back. You could still get some of that money back that we paid for him.
Maybe, but you don't see people in this window certainly coming after Arsenal players.
No.
They're wanting them. You know, we're the ones that are trying to get rid of people. Nobody ever wants our players.
You'd be lucky to get 5 million for him.
That's right.
Kiwior, you'd be lucky to get peanuts for him. He's shit. Absolutely.
Send him to Palace. They love picking up our scraps.
Send him to
Matt Turner,
Let him go to Italy. Right, Josh? Let him go to Italy.
Yeah, the Polish Clark Kent. That's what I like to call him.
Clark Kent, like Superman, isn't it?
Like, this guy's an international footballer who starts for Poland, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't... And he's also played at bloody World Cups, for crying out loud. He played at World Cups and he was in the squad for the Euros. So how is he out of position so many times? I don't understand. Partey wasn't too bad at right back.
He's not a right back.
He's not a right back, obviously, and hopefully this doesn't mean he's starting right back at the weekend because he took him off at half time. Hopefully,
Wow.
this means Timber's going to start at right back and Partey's going to play in midfield. And lo and behold, we actually, although we were winning at half time, weren't we? So it made a difference. Although it was clear to me that Arteta really wanted to get over the line. Like the moment we conceded that goal that was offside, get Rice on to see it out. I thought Calafiori had a really good game, to be fair. I mean, that finish in the first half, I mean, bro.
You know, I said it
after Wolves. Like, can we play our defenders up front and our attackers in defence?
You know, he's actually a striker in his youth academy days.
That explains it.
Yeah, I mean, like we always talk about like our wingers and how good their work rate is. And
Arteta talks about that.
Well, why don't we play them in defence then, and then play our attackers up front? Calafiori's our new left winger. Bosh.
Well,
because that finish, I mean, I was wondering how the fuck has he squeezed it in from that distance?
I think the reasoning behind Arteta not playing Calafiori up front is because when he celebrates, obviously the coaching staff get a lot of Calafiori, don't they? So
he goes over and he beats the shit out of him.
Whoa.
This shit's hilarious. But he's always pointing at the badge, man. He's always pointing at the badge.
Yeah.
I still like to see him at left centre back, though. But so far, since he's come back from injury, I think he's been really impressive. We moved to the midfield. We've got, obviously, Jorginho, who, again, does a job, don't he? And, I mean, I think...
For as old as he is, he's better than Marino.
Yeah, we'll get on to Marino.
He's got more pace than Marino does, too.
That's the thing with these Italian players. It's almost as if they get better with age. They're like a fine wine. You look at players like Pirlo, for instance. The older he got, the better he played and the more calm he was. And you kind of see that in Jorginho as well. Yes, obviously he's getting on a bit, but the tactical mind is still there. Yes, he hasn't got the pace he once had, but he doesn't lose the ability.
Yeah. And then we move on to Marino, who, by the way, like, I'm not saying he was rubbish or anything, but I'm not feeling him. I'm just not. Considering, like,
down the drain.
He was terrible. All of them. They was all shit, man. We've got to see how it is. Neto was shit. You can't give him no graces.
No, I wouldn't say these players were terrible, but like
I was terrible, bro.
Again,
be honest.
Like these
Come on, man.
Rory, let me ask you.
But they was shit. They was all crap, man.
Rory, let me ask you a question. When you see his name on the starting lineup, what's your in the midfield? What do you say to yourself? Oh,
who's this, Marino?
Marino.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
he's not good enough for the club.
That'll be almost matching Man City's midfield this season. And that's something Arteta would probably do, to be honest. If Man City go with a slow-ass midfield with Gundogan and Kovacic, two tractors in midfield, then you best believe he'll go with a Jorginho or Marino to match up with it. But back on to Marino, right? I was expecting much better. As I said, I'm not saying he was awful, but considering he played in La Liga last season and he played Girona twice, like I was expecting so much more. I was expecting him to be like the shining light, but again, didn't rip up any trees.
For Real Sociedad.
Exactly. We went to Sociedad and came back with the wrong midfielder. We should have got Zubamendi in the summer.
Yeah, it's like we've almost like I don't know admitted that mistake. Oh yeah, we got the wrong midfielder, so we'll get Zubamendi in January, but wait until the summer.
We might get him because there are plenty of other clubs interested in him too. So again, Arsenal PR for the winter window.
Yeah,
that took 3 or 4 days. We talked about that. Then like this shit without this Naipan. The fuck, the kid's smart enough to just go, you know what? I'm going to go back.
Exactly. We don't need youth project. We've been through all that shit. And it didn't
that's why Sesko thing drives me so crazy.
We just need players now. We don't want Naipan. He's not 18. We don't want this kid from Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
We don't want them yet, mate. We want players that can improve our team now, today.
That's right.
Ollie
That's
Watkins.
right. That's
Ollie
why.
Watkins. Listen, if Villa are interested in Rashford, I know
Yes.
they sold Duran. They're
Yes.
interested in Felix from Chelsea. If they buy a Felix, say they get Felix and Rashford, I think we've got a great chance of getting Watkins.
Yeah.
I'll take Watkins all day long.
At 80,000
80 million.
or 80 million. I'm sorry, over
I don't
somebody
give a
like
shit what the price is. It's not my money, bruv.
Yeah, exactly.
you would take him over Gyökeres,
No, I'd rather Gyökeres, obviously.
but it's the same amount of money. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, no, I get that, but it wasn't. It was 60 million.
Villa were more likely to be
All
able
right,
to
we'll
sell.
get Austin. Let's go get Osman instead.
Osman, yeah, there's a choice. Yeah, but, you know, you've got to worry about his attitude. You know, apparently he's got a. There's a lot of
ego,
problems with his attitude and his ego and that. Yeah, so I don't like that. Look what he done with Aubameyang, Lacazette, Guendouzi.
Yeah.
There's a few others that he's just got bombed. Go on, see you later.
And we haven't had a proper striker since.
Kieran Tierney.
He don't like nines, does he? That's the conclusion I've come to.
Right.
They'd rather play Melman the Giraffe up front.
Everybody that's ever said, "Go fuck yourself," Arteta. He's made their life a living hell.
Exactly
Just like
that.
ESR.
Exactly.
He had to get rid of ESR. Everybody thinks he was hurt for 2 years. He was hurt off and on, 2 years ago. But last year he was healthy, and he just never played him.
I was devastated when he left, mate. I thought,
how good would he
be? How good would he be now with him? ESR, Saka, Nweri, Lewis Skelly. That's a proper team, mate, of youngsters. That's like 10 years in front of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It is, and I can you imagine?
That's like the United. You know when they brought the class
of '92.
Class of '92, when all them players 10 years, Beckham, Scholes, Neville brothers, but whoever else there, I can't remember. There was another player as well.
They said at the time you can't win anything with kids. Look what that Man United team went on to do.
An answer, wasn't it, on the Match of the Day or Sky Sports or something. He went.
Can you imagine if this manager had the balls to play a back four of Tierney at left back, Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, a midfield of Miles Lewis Skelly, Odegaard, Partey or Rice in the sixth, and then up front besides Nweri on the right, Nweri on the right, I don't fucking know.
I've done a team. Me and Anthony, we done a show on my channel last night, and we picked our team, and it was obviously Bayern in goal.
Lee, your channels, I got to sub to your channel.
It's in
I'll do the same.
By the way,
I'll make sure I do that.
Cheers, guys. I'll come on yours as well. But we thought we always talk about the 4-2-3-1 formation, yeah, because the double pivot, the Rice and the Partey in that protecting the back four, and one sits, one goes. Like Vieira and Petit used to do back in the day. And we had to we sorted that we were talking about it, and we went right. We wouldn't play Odegaard. Odegaard's been shit. He's gone missing. He's not. We'd put Waneri, Trossard in that 10 with Waneri on the right, and play Sterling over on the left because he didn't do too bad. Although that was a little bit of a debate, but we settled on that and having Martinelli through the middle up front. Just drop.
I'd love to see Martinelli up front.
Facts.
But this manager won't. He's such a fucking moron that
he's scared to take risks.
He is
4-3-3. Don't you think that doesn't work? You got the standard 6, 8, and 10, and they're interchanging positions. And then Rice has got a free roll, and Partey's going over there, and Odegaard just leaning to the right all the time, and he keeps putting his foot on the ball, stopping the play. Then all the defenders catch up. It's just boring as well. Boring backwards, sideways.
Yeah, Rory called it crab football.
Oh yeah, crab football. Yeah,
right?
Brilliant.
Every pass backwards. Sideways.
Yeah,
I love
that's
that.
what I used to call him, wouldn't it? Mohammed El Sideways.
Yeah. Didn't we have enough of that under Wenger?
Lee, I was wondering if the Marino signing was in place of El Neni.
It's a typical Arteta signing.
Exactly that. I was going to.
Well, I
It's a
would have
typical
kept
Arteta
Lenny for
signing.
another
When
year.
Rory was bigging up Marino just now, I was going to say he's just another El Neni to me. Just
Bro, I wasn't big enough for Marino. I was just about to say, like,
what? What?
I was just about to say, like, he's not that guy. And I said before we signed him that he's a squad player at best, and he's a typical Arteta signing.
Absolutely.
First name Mikel, Spanish midfielder.
We said that last night. Oh, he's got the same name as me. Maybe I should sign him.
Yeah. Oh, guess what? We want the same name as we want players the same name as Martin Ødegaard now. We've got Martin Ødegaard. We'll have Martin Zubimendi as well.
You know what I was the most disgusted with the last game? That they took the fucking captaincy off Gabriel and put it back on Odegaard's arm.
He's a natural captain. Like,
Absolutely.
Gabriel.
What a player he is.
What?
But you can tell how vocal he is.
Why don't
Right.
we give it
I was
to Marino,
expecting
guys?
to debate about Gabriel or Declan Rice. I think any of them two would be miles better than Odegaard.
I think Marino should have got captain, to be honest.
No.
Yeah, because him and
I think he should have got
Odegaard are the same.
captaincy.
Because him and Odegaard are the same. They roll around on the ground like a bunch of pussies every chance they get.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just soft, man. Like that's the thing with Odegaard. Like, I mean, what is it? 2 goals and how many assists this year? I mean, I know he was sitting at 2 for a while.
Has he even got 2 goals?
yeah, I think he's got 1 from open play and 1 penalty.
Yeah.
And he's missed a penalty.
I don't think he's
Yeah.
even scored from open play this season, Ødegaard.
He scored against Zagreb.
Oh, yeah.
He got the 3rd against Zagreb.
In the league, he scored 1 goal, and that was a penalty.
But even his assists, like
They've dropped off, haven't they? He's pony, mate. He's lost it. He's lost.
Nah.
I
I think
said,
again,
you know
that's
what,
hard,
Lee?
to be honest.
Lee,
I think we've all got to like lay off Ødegaard here. Not to say he doesn't deserve criticism, because I think he does, but to say like his absolute pony now is just.
I can't watch him no more. He's
not good enough.
He's not
Give
that
him
good.
forward players.
not
He
good
is
enough,
good enough,
right,
though.
Josh?
Come on, like.
Give him forward players which will actually run onto his passes. I think those numbers go up. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
like,
Kai Havertz is not a striker that runs on his passes.
If you've got a striker,
Havertz isn't a striker who does anything.
if you've got a striker that can run in behind, play with his back to goal, and move, then without a doubt, Ødegaard can play the passes.
Yeah.
Let me come into this, right? So, most of the fan base, right, slander Havertz. Right? I'm not the biggest Havertz fan, but if we're slandering Havertz because he misses opportunities and that,
constantly,
and Ødegaard's creating them, then you can't slander Ødegaard for putting chances on a plate, but slander Ødegaard at the same time.
He's not the only one.
You can't have it both ways. You can't say
He's not the
Havertz
only one
is
putting crosses
Havertz,
in, Rory. He's not the only one putting crosses in.
Yeah, I get that, but he has been creating chances, is what I'm trying to say. You can't say Havertz is crap, but then say Ødegaard's crap as well for
Havertz
creating chances.
With right in front of the kick, 3 yards out, he's missed 3 times. 3 yards out. Wide.
Yes, that's one chance he's created. He has created chances for Havertz. He's put the chances on a plate. But
Yeah, Havertz
is
is
crap. But say Havertz is crap as well.
You know what?
Right, because Havertz has scored, right? 14 goals in all competitions? So if Ødegaard's crap, then Havertz
8
is
in the
a
Prem,
fucking
and look
god,
who they've
isn't
been
he?
against.
He's a fucking god.
Look at the teams
Ødegaard's
they've
crap,
been
isn't he?
against. Look at Kai Havertz's goals that he's scored. Look at the teams he's scored
I
against.
get that. I get that.
Good.
Yeah, but you say that, but then you can also say, any games in the Premier League's difficult, yeah, and scoring a goal in the Premier League's difficult. So as I said earlier,
goals when you're up 2-0.
As I said earlier,
but the point I'm making is you can't say Ødegaard is crap when Havertz has scored 14 goals. Like that must be a miracle then.
Well, you think Ødegaard's assisted all of his goals then?
Well, no, but he's definitely been creating chances.
Ødegaard was out half the year. Remember that?
I have to disagree. I don't rate him anymore. I liked him at first, but I think he's not good enough.
He's our attack.
I mean, he's only had a dip, man.
He's our creative midfield
player of the season,
and he's got 2 goals. He's afraid to shoot. Can't.
Yeah,
No,
I
I mean,
don't
our whole
disagree.
team doesn't shoot outside the fucking box unless
When
you
he does
count
shoot, it's a
Story.
weak shot. It's straight at the
Yeah,
camera.
I don't disagree. Like, he needs to shoot more. I've been
It's right
Yeah,
up.
but he's
I've been
regressed
a heavy
over the
critic of
last.
Odegaard when it comes to
He's
shooting.
regressed over the last 3 seasons.
Absolutely.
No,
If you look at last season, he was taking shots from outside the box and they were going in the bottom corner.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
putting the ball away.
This season, he's gone backwards, mate.
I think.
Well, yeah, but you can
Yeah,
understand that though, because he's got that ankle injury that he got. Yeah, so it's like getting an ACL
Well,
injury.
then don't play.
You're not going to trust that knee.
Nothing
yeah?
like an ACL injury. Is
No,
it?
yeah, obviously not. Yeah, but if you get that ACL injury, you're not going to trust that knee. So why should he have trust in
Because
that
it's a completely,
ankle
totally
like that?
different. Because it's a completely,
fucking man,
totally
isn't he?
different type of injury.
Oh
He's-
yes, I get that.
He's not
But if
being
he's
utilised
injured,
correctly.
his
I've been in
ankle.
medicine for 30 years. Trust me, I know the difference between an ACL tear and a fucking muscle pull.
But
It wasn't a muscle.
hold on, if you dissect this right, Odegaard has not been playing in his natural, like, favoured position, right? He should be playing centrally, where he can feed off passes to the right and left. At the moment, he's been he's been set out to hug the touchline. It seems like, and then and then we've been playing Declan Rice as like that.
On our side of the pitch. On our side of the pitch, because Arteta's got him playing so fucking
Yeah. So
far
whose
back.
fault is that? Is that an Odegaard problem?
That's
or is that
Arteta.
an Arteta
That's
problem?
Arteta.
That's Arteta.
There you go.
And
Well, that's Arteta's fault. I just said that he's made players regress this season.
Mm.
Yeah,
Everyone- I just said-
I mean, this is all on
And
the,
it's-
this isn't on the players. It's on well,
He's
I'll
been
say
terrible this season.
it's not on some players like it is on others. But like I used to say, like, if people questioned me beginning of the season and said, Coop, you think Saka's world class? I was like, he's close. As soon as he went out,
Yeah.
I knew he was world class. Because
Right,
you know
so-
what? Odegaard struggles, but you notice Odegaard's struggling without Saka. Saka didn't struggle without
Absolutely.
Odegaard. He was still scoring and he was still putting assists in. That's how you know that's how you know a great player.
What's your
I mean,
definition of
I don't
world
disagree,
class?
but like, which games?
Yeah,
Which games did you see Saka in Odegaard's absence, where you go like he was absolutely superb?
He still
Like you can say PSG.
he
in the
still
Champions
did what he needed to do, didn't he? He still scored and put assists in.
well, yeah, but if you're talking about a team effect without Odegaard, yeah, we were inconsistent and we were rubbish. Yeah, to be completely
Saka
honest.
wasn't.
Saka wasn't consistent and it wasn't rubbish because he carried us on his back.
We had Trossard in midfield. Yeah,
He's a midfielder.
Yeah, okay, Arteta. Why not
He's
put
a
where?
midfielder,
And
bro.
why not put not? You had Ranieri you could have played. Every time that kid came off the bench the first couple of times, it was like a shot in the arm to Arsenal. Nope, let's keep him on the bench. The only reason Ranieri's playing now is because there's nobody else. It's not Arteta's choice to put him up there. Let's not get these things screwed up in our heads. He's not doing it out of the kindness of his heart because he couldn't trust the player to play in his natural position when Odegaard was out. I'm just saying, all of this shit comes on Arteta. All of it does.
Not to mention,
The systematic play. They don't let these guys just play fun. It's so monotonous. It's
Isn't it?
slow, and
like,
you know what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
You know, you know we're gonna go. Let's put a cross in. There's nobody in the fucking middle for the cross.
No,
Well, okay, then here's a question to you then. Yeah, here's a question to you then. If we play this boring football every single game, but we manage to win every game 1-0, would you take that?
Are we gonna win? Is it working? So we're gonna win trophies this year?
Well, if we win every game, then yes. Yeah?
We're
I
not
don't
gonna
care
win
if we play boring football or exciting football. Whatever gives us the win, I'm not complaining.
Right,
Yeah.
but we don't need 9 draws?
mm,
Doesn't 9 draws kind of
I mean, if you even if you look at the late, yes, obviously the later years of Arsene Wenger, we were declining, and it was clear to see. But even then, we
Yeah.
were playing fast football, quick one-touch passes. Even in Emery's first season, that
I
goal
don't
against
think
Leicester sticks in my head.
Yeah.
Hey, 2 years
think
ago,
Odegaard
2 years
did
ago
that.
and last year we were playing. After 2 years ago, we were playing exciting football the entire season.
And
Last
last
year,
season.
last year at the end of last season, after Christmas, we
Yeah.
were really exciting to watch. What are we
Yeah.
now?
This
We're not
we
winning
went
the
to
league.
Dubai. Remember when we went to Dubai after Christmas last season?
Yeah. Apparently, we're going back.
Yeah.
We're going back, yeah.
Yeah,
Therefore,
it's too late. It's too late, bro.
Yeah,
February, we should have gone January.
The only reason we're going back is because we're no longer in the FA Cup,
Yeah.
and because we finished in the top 8 of the Champions League.
It's not too late. What you're writing the season off then. We've still got enough points to play for. We're still Liverpool could
Yeah,
still
don't get me wrong.
I just can't see. I just can't see Liverpool dropping points. They look so well drilled under Arne Slot. I said at the start of the season, yes, obviously I feel like Liverpool would struggle to win the league, but I didn't expect this. But
No.
you can clearly see with Arne Slot's style of play, even though they've got a new manager and it's a new system they've got to learn, you can still kind of see the idea of Klopp in their heads and the idea of competing. And it goes without saying, they know what it's like to play against Man City and beat them. They've proven that they're not indestructible. And I feel like with us now, we're in a position where, and Jamie Carragher said it as well, we're in a position where we can't believe that Man City have slipped up so badly and it's Liverpool that are atop of the league and not us.
Yeah,
And we're panicking.
absolutely.
This bantering going down, about Aubameyang had a reason not to turn up on time. Yeah, his mother was sick.
Yeah.
In another country.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't show up. So if you want to tell me go back one more, Josh.
I mean, it was painful, but I think
this one.
I think it was the
Yeah.
right time for him to go.
No AFC always. Mikel Arteta dealt with people with ego, people that couldn't be trusted to even turn up for training on time. Arteta's problem is he can't deal with people's ego, or else we'd have superstars all over the pitch at Arsenal.
He don't like someone with a bit of bollocks, does he?
He doesn't. He didn't want Ivan Toney.
No.
$40 million didn't like him.
I'd have loved Ivan Toney at Arsenal. What a player he would have been.
£40 million or 40 million, we could have gotten him. Nope. We couldn't take him because of his ego.
Yeah.
He wants people like Ollie Watkins, who are nice guys, who are somebody he can control.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the Liverpool team as well.
That's
you look
why,
at the players
that's
in
why
that
we
team.
have such shit signings. That's why our signings are such shit.
Because he goes for players that don't challenge the manager.
That's right.
But then you look at
31 signings, 8 of them.
But then you look at a team like Liverpool. That team is full of egos. You've got Trent in there, who's got an obvious ego. Salah's got one, obviously with the contract situation. But guess what? They're winning.
That's what championship teams do. They all lead by example. They all come together.
Oh yeah,
This Arsenal team doesn't even play well. They don't even.
I mean, the only one we had was Xhaka.
Yeah,
I'm not going to disagree, but I think I can kind of understand it because at the time when obviously this Aubameyang situation was happening and the Guendouzi one, I think from one point you can
won the Golden Boot
can
the year
understand
before
it.
Arteta let him go.
No, listen, you can understand it from one
Sorry,
point
I was referring to a comment.
Because
I'm sorry, Tom.
Listen, right, you've got Saka who was 19 and up and coming. You've got Smith Rowe was young. You got Martinelli who was young. You got Odegaard who was young. Yeah, I don't think having bad ego. I'm not disagreeing, but I don't think having bad egos around them as an environment, especially as a captain. Yeah, he was captain of the football club. I think you can kind of understand it was the right decision, especially at that time for him to go because he was having a shocker of the season as well.
Yeah,
Aubameyang,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
Yeah, he signed his contract and signed away all his footballing ability.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, how painful it was.
Well,
but to be fair, the year when Arteta got him, he was a gold. He played up front, and he was the Golden Boot champion that year. Then we put him out to left out on the left and not centrally.
Yeah.
Just like, and he ruined him.
Yeah.
I mean, Aubameyang didn't want to stay, and then he did the same thing to Lacazette.
Yeah.
Lacazette,
he moved
could drive
Aubameyang,
the players, he could hold up, he could do, and then we get, you know, that's why if I was a young player right now, and you see it coming out of our youth teams, you know, our young players are going elsewhere. You know why? Because they know that. To me, it's like they know Arteta's going to play his favorites, and you know what's their best path to playing first team football. You know, I think, you know, just unfortunately, like I've said before, you know, we all want what's best for Arsenal. You know, we wouldn't be here talking if we didn't love Arsenal with all of our hearts.
Absolutely.
And if we weren't emotional about them, you know.
Absolutely. Cool.
But the way that I describe, it's kind of like the way that it was in the last years of Wenger. The Cronkies come once a year, and they give Arteta this amount of money. This is what you could spend this year, Mikel. Here's your allowance.
Yeah.
They hand him the keys, and nobody challenges Mikel. It's a yes man. I mean, look at out of all the sporting directors in the world, why are we going after what's his name? The guy from that we just got Moreno from.
No.
Huh?
From
Real
Real
Madrid.
Yeah. I'm just saying, look at that's and Thomas Rosicky, like, come on.
I don't think we're going to get
one. Like, how serious is this club?
I don't think we're going to get a sporting director. I think
no. And you know, Lee, I said at the beginning of January, I said we're going to find out a lot about this team and these managers over the next month. The manager and the club, and they haven't. You know, we all knew this was going to happen. I also think surprised.
I also think a lot of Arteta's problem is he's not proactive. He's reactive. It's almost as if he waits till things have gone to shit to make a substitution. I mean, take the Aston Villa game, for example. We didn't make a sub until the 81st minute, and even that was Raheem Sterling.
Yeah.
We was all watching that game when we were 2-0 up, and we all said, get some fresh legs on. Get some fresh legs on, get another goal, and then seal the game up. But no, he waits until things go bad before he makes a decision. He's so reactive.
I will say this now, right? In that situation, when you're 2-0 up, should we be bringing on attacking players? No.
Sure, why not?
We should. Well, no, we shouldn't, because we're 2-0 up. We should be seeing out the game anyway.
Yeah.
Right. And then
but we can't look at we were up 2-0 2 weeks ago, and we were all nervous as shit. I mean, how many times have we been 2 up and then we gave 2 back this year?
Well, yeah, so bring defenders on, so it doesn't happen.
What defenders?
Yeah, what defenders?
What defenders? Are you talking about? Right, Gabriel there. What defenders?
What defenders? You're moving Partey to right back instead of he's our best midfielder this year. He can get the ball going up front. You know, he's like the engine, man. And then Odegaard could play higher up the pitch.
I mean, Odegaard was doing it last season, though. Like he was doing it when it really mattered last season, before his injury. He was doing it.
But
that's what I was praising him for last season. He was actually turning up when we were talking about this season, games last season.
But you know who's not getting rested? You know who's not getting rested? It's Thomas Partey.
Yeah, but it's talking about like before the injury, though. But before his injury, he wasn't doing it when he won.
I'm talking about this year. The guy never gets a break.
Yeah, but I was just referring that to the comment. If he always put
Saka never got a break either, and that's why he's injured.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the same player when he comes back.
How many times have we seen this before? Prime example: Jack Wilshere.
Yeah.
Thomas Rosicky, Santi Cazorla.
Yeah.
rush back
There's
from
loads of players
injuries.
have been like that.
Yeah,
We've
facts.
got loads. Loads of
Um,
injuries.
Hey.
What's his name? Diaby.
Guys,
Abu
I gotta
Dhabi,
run.
yeah.
Josh, I might be able to drop back down. I gotta go get Eve from school.
no worries, Cooper, man. No worries
All
at
right.
all, bro.
Hey, it's been fun, you guys.
As
Lee,
always, man.
Alfie, Tom, Rory. God bless you guys. Thank you for having me. Tom, I'll sub your channel, bro.
Bless up, Cooper, man.
Take care, guys.
See you later.
Take
care,
care,
Cooper.
Cooper, bro. Big up, man. But yeah, guys, let's move to this transfer window, man. Obviously, starts on the 3rd. Linked today with this guy from Bayern Munich, 19 years of age. He rejected Tottenham. Now Arsenal, Chelsea.
It's the history of the Tottenham.
Totspurs getting rejected, but
David Levy
obviously-
got a private jet over there, didn't he?
yeah. Matt went over there.
Just for him to turn around and say no.
But
Daniel Levy's pissed because that's burnt a hole in his pocket.
yeah, real talk, man. But obviously, we're apparently interested in him. Chelsea, Villa, and Man United are all interested in this Tell guy. I mean, guys, I said this earlier. Like, the guy's still raw. You know, I think he's played 8 times with Bayern Munich this season. For right now, he's got potential, and this guy may be good in a few years. But for right now, when we've got half a season left in January, is this really the guy to take us over the line and win us the Premier League title this season? And I think the short answer is no. They accepted Tottenham's offer. 50 million was the price tag for a player like Tell. We could maybe get on a loan deal, yeah. But I'll come to you firstly, mate. What's your thoughts on this Tell news, man?
I think it's a load of old shit to me. I don't. It's not even an IPAM one. The Rosenberg kid. We want players that can change our team now. I was going to say earlier, what's the definition of world class? That's, in my opinion, as a player, you can take and put in any team, and he instantly makes that team better, right? So you couldn't put people. There's an argument about Saka being world class, right? I don't think he's quite there yet. Because if you put him in a Barcelona or a Real Madrid, he don't instantly make that team better. But if you put an Mbappe into an Arsenal team, we're instantly better. That's the definition of world class, yeah? So, but we need a game changer in there. I'm not saying world class because, I don't think we can get, but we can get anyone that's better than Havertz up front as a striker. Jesus Saka injured. This guy from Bayern Munich can't get into the team. All right, he's got a world-class striker in front of him, Harry Kane.
Yeah.
But he can't get into that team. He's got the hump. He wants to play. Is he going to play for Arsenal? Is he going to get in our team? I don't think so. I don't think he's going to get in our team. I don't think he's going to change our team in any way, shape, or form. Nah. In the future, maybe. But nah, no. Naipan, nah, no. You want to play out for nah. So for me, these two kids, boss, no. Not for me at all. I don't care if we get them for $5 million apiece. Don't want them.
I agree. Yeah.
By the way, I've just seen on Twitter that David Ornstein has reported that he could actually remain at Bayern. I've just seen that now.
Same with Naipan as well.
He's reportedly going to stay after all of that drama.
Yeah.
Really?
Well.
So it
just shows you what a band the club Tottenham are. And you know what? It's the football gods because of what they done to us not to us, but what they was praying for when they had City last season. Jamie O'Hara wearing a City shirt. They're doing the Poznan dancing at Shite Art Lane when City scored against them.
I find it hilarious that
Football
you can't
now, mate.
You cast your mind back to May, and Tottenham fans are sat in the stadium hoping that they lose to Man City. Now they're losing week in, week out, and they ain't happy about it. It's karma.
Exactly.
Karma, yeah.
We call it the football gods. The football.
Yeah.
Football gods.
Harry Kane says that, the football gods.
But Alf, what do you make of this Tell news, man? For 50 million.
I mean, yeah, like Lee said, I mean, we don't need people that are going to be ready in 2-3 years' time. We need people for now. We need people who are experienced in terms of getting us goals, getting us back into the title race.
Yep.
If you want to believe that, I personally think we're not in it. I think it's Liverpool's to lose. But right now, we need someone who can get us goals. And whether I don't think Mathys could be that person. He's clearly rejected Tottenham. He's clear that he wants to stay at Bayern Munich. So let him stay. If we'd have done this earlier, if we'd have done this earlier in the transfer window instead of pussyfarting about,
Yeah.
saying that we're linked with all these players, but not actually putting offers in like that 40 million pound offer for Ollie Watkins is ridiculous. It's all only for the PR team at Arsenal to say, "Oh well, we tried."
Yeah.
We don't want us to try. We want us to sign these players. We need level raisers. We don't need people that are going to turn out to be good in 2-3 years time. And to be perfectly honest with you, if you put Mathys Tel into the Arsenal team, I reckon he gets found out.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'd happily take Watkins. I'd happily take Gyökeres.
Yeah.
I'd happily take Osimhen. But because we're too scared to put the money on the table, I mean, they make enough money selling merch.
Yeah.
Both me and Tom have dipped into the Cronky fund.
NPC jacket, guys.
NPC jacket.
All we need is a chance.
I
Give
feel
us
like
a chance.
Johnny.
That's Liverpool. Buy a striker. Give us a fucking chance. Give us a
Bro, I
fucking
thought that
chance.
geezer in the
What we've
Peaky
got now ain't
Blinders
good enough.
hat was. I
What?
thought that
Sorry?
geezer in the Peaky Blinders hat was a new signing at first. I was actually getting hyped. I was like, oh shit, it's that geezer.
I've always said when it comes to Arsenal, it's a case of we're always the bridesmaid, never the bride. We're never the one to get the prize at the end. And I don't know about anyone else, but I want to be the bride for once. I want us to be lifting the silverware come May.
I remember winning titles back in the day. The first one I remember was '89 at Anfield.
Oh, Michael Thomas.
Yeah, then 2 years later, we won the league again, only losing to Chelsea. We lost to one team that season, and that was Chelsea. And then again, we had to wait until was it '98? I think. Yeah, when Wenger came.
Tony Adams got the winner against was it Leicester that day?
When he done that? And
Yeah, the statue outside the Emirates.
I've seen us win titles. I've seen us win 5 titles. I think.
Wow.
Jude Bellingham
Like you hear,
apparently.
you hear the chant in the grounds like week in week out. We've won the league at Anfield. We've won it at the Lane twice. Stamford Bridge, Old Trafford. No one can say the same. We want to have a reason to sing those chants.
Facts.
But we're not going to be able to do that if we don't win trophies.
I'll tell you what's cringe though, when you get some Arsenal fans say, "Is your one gold?" I think that's
It's yours
so
gold.
cringy. It does. That makes me. Oh, shut up, man! Come on, City have won fucking 8 titles or something, didn't they?
I mean,
It's
a lot
been
of other
50 years
fans.
since you've won one as well.
A lot of other fans banter Arsenal about talking about the past, winning the Invincibles. But right now, we haven't really got anything to show that we're even competing.
No.
We haven't got the trophies to back up our reasons for being a big club, which is why we need trophies.
Yeah.
But for years, we've palmed off the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup. Yes, and our last trophy was the FA Cup in 2020. And I remember saying on Omar's stream with Josh that I was at the Carabao Cup final in 2018 when we got battered by City. And I heard Arsenal fans in the ground saying, "Don't worry, it's only the Carabao Cup." I'd take the Carabao Cup.
Absolutely.
I'd take a trophy.
Anything, mate. Anything right now.
I'd take a pack of peanuts.
The thing is, we've only won 2 Lem League Cups as well in the history, by the way.
Our last one was in '93.
That's when we won the
Wednesday.
Wednesday in the FA Cup as well, weren't it?
Yeah,
Both,
double.
Yeah, double.
That's where they dropped Steve Morrow. Tony Adams dropped him and he broke his arm when at the end of the game. He lifted him up with his shoulder
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
and he fucking broke his arm. Next day, there was a picture of him in the hospital with his in the plaster cast. They took the FA Cup to, was it the FA Cup or the League Cup? I can't remember.
League Cup, yeah, man.
Took it to the ward.
We want to have those stories again. We want to have stories of someone's fallen over off of someone's back because they're getting excited about winning the trophy. But right now, we ain't getting a sniff.
Nah, we ain't, and it's embarrassing for our club, like Arsenal, third biggest club in England, biggest club in London based on history, bro. 5 years without a trophy, 20 years, without.
Bro,
20.
I want
years,
right to see.
Yeah.
I wanted to see us like lose 7 or 8-0 after when we've just won the league getting drunk. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
We were told when we moved from Highbury in 2006 that we would go into the Emirates to compete for big trophies.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, since we've moved to the Emirates, we've won
FA Cup.
the
5
FA Cup, 5 FA Cups.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a joke.
But the owners are happy because they've got the top four in the pocket.
Don't forget the charity shields. Don't forget them, mate.
That's a dinner plate, man. That's a dinner plate. I eat my roast dinner off of that.
Normal settings.
Arteta said that, didn't he, in the press conference? What about the charity community shields, or whatever it's called now?
You don't see Man City getting excited over a community shield. You don't see Liverpool getting excited.
Well,
Yeah.
apart from Darwin Núñez,
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy took his shirt off. Yeah, that was the only time. Yeah. We've also won dog treats for Win the Dog. So yeah, that's something as well.
Win the freaking dog. My God. Let's have some pickpockets or some lemons or whatever he was doing. Let's play You Never Walk Alone in the training ground.
Oh my God.
Man, I was playing Brazilian funk the other day against Zagreb. Mad.
Yeah.
Light bulb in the dressing room.
Oh,
I want to see a team that's together and that shines.
Yeah, crazy, man. Tom, what do you make of the transfer window so far, man?
I still think there's potential that we could sign someone, but to be completely honest, I think we've just left it a little too late now. I think we've left it too late. It's like 4 days to go. I mean, obviously there is still the hope, and we have our fingers crossed that we get someone like Ollie Watkins, who I do think, would do very well for us. Ollie Watkins, I think it just makes sense. But as I said, I think we've left it too late. And I'm not against like building for the future, but it's not the priority, if you know what I mean. Yeah, like if we go out and we sign Ollie Watkins in these game-changing signings, I don't care if we sign someone like Naipan or Mathys. Yeah.
In the summer, though.
Well, yeah, but say we get our priority targets, and the game changes that you're all saying, what's the harm in signing a few other players, that are going to build for the future and give us more options? Yeah, because
as long as you prioritise it, absolutely agree with that. If you prioritise the main what we need first, then by all means. Yeah,
thin squad. If we go out and sign the priority targets and then get these young players which can fill in as squad players for now and then build on for the future, I ain't got a problem with that. Yeah, but the fact we're swapping those priorities around at the moment, we're not signing Ollie Watkins. Yeah, we're not signing these world-class players.
2018, we signed Aubameyang in January.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Why can't we see that again?
I was so excited when he walked through the door.
But at the same time, there were still fans out there that were going, "Oh, we got another striker. Where's the centre backs?"
Yeah, centre backs were shit then, though, weren't they?
Yeah, like
Mustafi, Koscielny.
Koscielny was all right in the end. He got good, but Mustafi, Mertesacker, they weren't great.
Also, I just want to say quickly, with all of these people that are saying, about Ollie Watkins, he's 29, he's not going to give us years to come. Sorry, how old was Aubameyang when we signed him?
He was 28.
Yeah.
How old was Ian Wright when we signed him?
28.
Yeah,
28.
Yeah, and then look, he went on to become the club's all-time goal scorer.
At 29.
I'm not worried about that, mate. I've said the same thing on my stream last night, and I've said it in some chats that I've some other streams that I've watched. Said exactly the same. What you moaning? 29, so fucking what? Aubameyang was 28. Ian Wright was 28.
Yeah.
Age is nothing but a number.
If you're good enough, it doesn't matter. If you're good enough, and that's it.
Yeah. Look at Harry Kane. How old was he when he went for 100 million? Yeah. Look at Lewandowski. He's still banging in goals at the age of 37. Yeah. Benzema in the Saudi Pro League's the same.
How old was Ibrahimovic?
Yeah.
Eddie Sheringham, another one. He plays at West Ham. He was 41.
Yeah.
And who did we
sign? Ronaldo, for God's sake.
Who did we
sign?
Is he 35?
Who do we sign Ian Wright from as well?
Crystal Palace.
Palace.
There you go.
Crystal Palace.
But we'll be signing Ollie Watkins from Aston Villa, and then I hear that Eduardo Hagnegee's on Twitter. Oh, I would have taken him for 40 million.
Pagan.
I'm getting him for 40 million.
Eduardo Pagan.
How that guy is a sports journalist is beyond me. I'm more qualified. We're
He
all more
labels himself as
qualified.
sports journalist.
He rattles me every day. Every day I see his face. Oh my god.
Who? I missed that.
Eduardo Hahn.
That Pagan there, Eduardo. What's his name? Pagan.
Hagner, I think.
Oh, Hagen.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, he
Hagen.
chooses to label himself as a journalist. I could label myself as a professional footballer. Yeah, look at me. Like, it's not the case.
I only take notice of two journalists like on Twitter. It's David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano.
Sure,
I
yeah.
don't take no notice of anybody else.
Yeah.
I trust Fabrizio Romano more than my missus.
You probably hear his voice more than your missus.
Probably.
I have to avoid mine. I've got to duck out of the way. Oh no, she's calling me a bit of bolt.
But Rory, what do you quickly make of Tell, man? This Tell news today.
I can't lie. Like I know he's a talented player, but I still need more info on him, you know. And it is looking like it's looking like he's going to be staying anyway at Bayern because he's rejected Tottenham. And well, apparently, what I read was it's either Man United or Arsenal he's willing to go to. If not, he's going to be staying at Bayern for the rest of the season. I think what I'm hearing from him, the only thing I've heard from, you know, expert journalists is the fact he's explosive and he's rapid. He is still raw. He can play left wing, which obviously has been a problem for about 2 years now. I would take him, but again, even if it was just him in the window, I'd still be sat there saying it's just not good enough. Because if we had someone like, I don't know, a Gyökeres or an Osimhen up top to go along with Tell, then yeah, I wouldn't be moaning. But yeah, how old is he now? Like 21, 22?
19 he is, Tell.
He's 19. I mean, really? Not to say he's not a good player, and Bayern fans, I know they do rate him highly, but yeah, is he like fucking hell? Is he like equipped for the Premier League? Yeah, I don't know.
That's the thing with signing someone like Mathys Tell is that we're going to have to wait for him to get adjusted to the Premier League, which is why for me either Gyökeres or Watkins are the much better option.
Yeah.
They know the English game, they know the pace, they know what it takes to play in England. I mean, fair enough, Gyökeres was playing in the Championship with Coventry, but that's not much different to the Premier League. It's still English football.
Yeah,
he knows the intensity
as well. By the way,
yeah, that's why I said no to Sesko, because I feel like that's more of a summer move. So, like, if we do get him early on in the summer window, then he has pre-season to adapt. But that's not a January move when he's still raw. He scored like 7 goals in the Bundesliga. Like,
does he play for Leipzig?
Yeah, he's playing for Leipzig. So I think that is more of a summer move. But the thing is, right, with Arsenal, Patrick Evra was right. Like, we're even next season FC when it comes to transfers. Every single time we're linked with a player, it's, next summer. Arsenal are monitoring. We've thrown an inquiry. We're flirting. We're about to make an offer. It's jarring, bro. And what I don't understand is, with this Watkins deal, is the fact we've waited until, what's the date? Obviously 31st of January, but we sent the bid in like yesterday, was it not? We sent the bid in yesterday when we had how many weeks to do this deal? Like, why is it always
a joke.
Last
Yeah,
minute.
why have they waited until Aston Villa have already sold one of their striking options for us to even make a move?
That's baffling. Al Nasser, right? Al Nasser about to sign Boniface at first. They're about to sign him, but nah, they decided to go for Duran instead. That was their number one target, so we had plenty of time, or else Duran would have obviously stayed. But no, we've dragged it on. But what did Villa do? They fucking hell. What did Villa do after Duran left?
They said Watkins weren't available.
Yeah, but what else did they do?
They got
Honestly,
players.
Bomber,
They're
wrapped
interested
on
in Joe
loan.
Felix.
Felix.
Yeah.
That's literally like 24 hours after they've sold Duran. Saka's been injured since the 21st of December. What have we done?
Fuck all.
Fuck
Another thing that baffles me is the Arsenal women's team are making signings. They just signed Chloe Kelly on loan.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's better than Sterling.
Do you watch the women's football? I don't.
I do, yeah.
I do. My sister's an avid player, so she wants to get up there. She wants to play for the Arsenal women's
good
team
luck to
one
her
day.
now,
So
man. All the
yeah,
best to her.
I've never watched it. I've never been in. I'm not being sexist or anything. I am a bit of a chauvinist. I put my hands up, but I'm not in that way. I mean, I don't. When they won the World Cup and that, I think it did put it into the mainstream a little bit better. But I don't. I've never really took. I sort of it jars me a little bit the commentary, how they commentate as well. Some of the ladies. But I can't really get into the women's game. I can't. I've tried watching it.
Fair enough, man.
at least your reason is more understandable than Joey Barton's.
Yeah, sorry, Barton's he's a proper pig.
He's a prick.
But I mean, I put my hands. I'm old fashioned. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's understandable.
That's fair.
I'm coming up 49 in April. I've just seen me put a comment in there. 27th of April. He's 20. That Bayern Munich player.
That's hell yeah.
My birthday's the day before that, so
Oh,
that's what made me think of my birthday. I thought, fuck me, he's 20. I'm 49 this year, man. Makes me feel old. I was brought up.
You're old enough to be my dad. My mum turns 50 this year. I'm 23 in September.
Oh God, I'm getting out of here. Then you're all going to gang up on me now. You're all young bloods, isn't it? Where's Cooper? Or is it Cooper or Copper? What was his name?
Cooper, yeah,
Cooper.
Cooper.
Copper, come back, bro. All the saucepans are going to fucking attack me.
Oh man. But anyway, guys, let's quickly move to the big game on Sunday against Man City at home. Obviously, massive game, as we know. They're being out there in the window, signing the players. They got Mamouche in. I think they got that defender in that Kusanov. Yeah. Oh mate, against Chelsea, mate. Oh my day.
He had a stinker.
He was shit. Man. They signed.
Who was?
Mamouche. I'm on Mamouche.
Marmouche was shit.
No,
it was Kusanov.
Kusanov.
I was about to say Marmouche.
Marmouche looked good, I thought, against Chelsea.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, you can tell already after the first game that he's a quality player. But why weren't Arsenal all over this?
And do you want to know what's funny? We were linked with him as well.
Yeah.
It's madness. Like Man City are in a 6-month bloody crisis. What do? Here you go, Pep. Have a winger, have a defender because your defence has been shite all season. And did they sign another defender as well?
Vitor Reyes.
Yes, someone like that.
How can they spend money? I thought they was in trouble.
I don't understand.
They're going to get Cambiasso as well from Juventus. To replace
How can they spend the money though?
Is he related to Esteban, Josh?
Douglas Luiz. Fucking hell, how many signings?
Is that Cambiasso related to Esteban?
Yeah, I think so,
Oh, what a player he was.
Because I saw something like that the other day. Like, it come out on Instagram. Like, when they put like ex-players and then the actual players, like when they related in, and Cambiasso was on there, so it must be, yeah.
What a player Cambiasso was.
I remember him.
Played for Leicester as well the season before they won the league.
Yeah, he was.
I'm pretty sure he played in that Man United 5-3 game as well.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely fuming he went to Man City. I really wanted him. I really wanted him as well. Didn't he have a release clause, Marmouche?
Yeah.
I think you did.
Oh my day! It's like going to the bar, having one pint, and then going home. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
It's like going to watch a movie and leaving after the trailers are
Right
finished.
for it all week, and then it just gets cancelled last minute.
The girl just started to walk in from next door, like, and you've got to go home.
It's like the way we look at transfers is like going to the movies and then leaving after the trailers are finished.
That's facts, bro.
Bro, we are like a book, right? We're like a book, and someone's ripped out the last 15 pages. There's no fucking conclusion whatsoever.
I said it to you. I said it to both you. I said it both to you and Josh last night, Rory. It's like when we were kids and we left our homework to the last minute.
Yeah.
It's facts, man. But how you? I'll come to Lee first. Man City on Sunday, mate. How are you feeling against the game? And what would also be like you like the team you go with as well against City?
Yeah. Right. I'm excited and I'm nervous at the same time. It's a weird feeling because they've been shit, Man City, really. I keep using the word shit. All right, they've been out of form. Is that a better phrase? They've been out of form.
Man, say it how it is. They've been shit.
And they have been shit.
Since the old Viking said to
stay humble, huh?
He's lost his form. He's lost his form, but he has hit 1 or 2 goals here and there, hasn't he? Over the last few games, and I've got a bad feeling that when a team goes through a bad patch, like when Man United used to go through a 2 or 3 game bad patch, for example, someone used to get a good hiding at the end of it when they got good again. I'm just a little bit apprehensive. I'm hoping it's not going to be us at the Emirates that's going to feel the wrath of them having a little bit of a comeback, resurgence. A little bit apprehensive. But saying that, I think the game against Girona, we rested players for that reason, for that game.
Yeah.
And I think we've got a great shot. It's one of the best chances we could have getting a result against Man City because they've been an absolute machine the last 4 years. They've won the title 4 years running, didn't they? I know we've had some good results against them, but I've always been nervous about it. But this one today, I think we're going to see what we're about. We're going to see because it's basically like a 6-pointer. Because Man City are 6 points behind us. If we beat Man City, then we go 9 points in front. If not, they're up our arse 3 points behind.
Yeah.
You look at it like that, and also, whereas Liverpool got a tough game against Bournemouth, there's a possibility Bournemouth could get a draw out of that game at least. They might even turn them over because they're on form. They're smashing it, Bournemouth at the minute. They beat Newcastle, was it 4-1? They've won a few games and they've
5-0 against Forest.
Yeah.
5-0 they beat Forest 5-0. They're brilliant at the minute, Forest as well. So Liverpool are going to be a bit wary. So it's that we've got to go. What's the word? Take the ball by the horns and just give it to them. You know what I mean? And I'm not having. If it was me, if I was manager, I wouldn't be playing Havertz or Odegaard tomorrow. I'll keep him on the bench. Take 60 minutes, then bring him in if we're in a bit of trouble. But I want to go with the back four picks itself. I'm going with Skelly instead of Calafiori at left back, Bayern in goal. Timber right back, Saliba, Gabriel. I want Rice and Partey in the midfield. With Trossard in the 10.
Okay.
And then I want Ranieri on the right. I would pick Sterling to go on the left again. I know I've slagged him off, but he didn't do too bad on the left against Girona. So give him another go on the left. And I want Martinelli through the middle. And then if it ain't working, then you can just move Martinelli over to the left, take Sterling off and bring Havertz on or something. Something like that. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I would do it, man. I think we need something different. We're too predictable.
Bro, absolute facts. I'm with you on Martinelli. I've been crying out for it as well, playing down the middle. Like when we first signed him as well, we played him there. Did we not?
Remember the goal scored against Chelsea when he ran from inside the own half? Just run, beat the off ball. Would have been offside anyway because he started.
Put Kante on his arse.
But
yeah,
he just ran and he was quicker than everybody else. Just run down the middle, slotted it home.
yeah, facts. I'm really one of those managers to put him down the middle because I feel like him down the middle as well. Like, I mean, you see him on the win. He overthinks it too much. So predictable.
Doesn't look up.
Yeah, it doesn't even look up.
He does look at his feet a lot. Exactly that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Also, you need to have that solid. You need the double pivot. I know we're at home, but you need that double pivot in the midfield. You need the 4-2-3-1. You don't need the 4-3-3. That for me, it's just it's too light. The midfield ain't strong enough. And against City, you need that midfield. Games are won and lost in the midfield. Ray Parlour always used to say it. Games are won and lost in the midfield. And I know they lost when you concede goals as well. But I mean, the battles, midfield battles, was important, especially back in the day. Football's changed a lot over the years. But I mean, back in early the 90s and that, when I remember watching it throughout the 90s and that, it was always a midfield battle. The battles in midfield, you always had your Keane and your Vera. You always had the Marshalls in the midfield, and whoever you played, whatever team was playing, you had your midfield marshal. That's what they used to call it. Your six was your midfield marshal, and that was where the battles were.
Facts. Yeah, facts, bro. Alfie, what about you, man? How you think going to this game on Sunday against Man City, bro?
Well, I tuned into your match preview just before this stream, and I completely agree with what you said. This is the perfect chance to take points off of Manchester City. A lot of teams are doing it at the moment, and like Lee said, we need to take the ball by the horns and get those 3 points. I feel like it will definitely be a 6-pointer. I want to see us win, and I hope that we'll win, but it will definitely be a tough game, and Man City will give us a good go. But overall, I am nervous. Obviously, if Raya is injured and can't play, I am definitely going to be nervous with Neto in goal. But as long as we keep with the same back four that we've been playing with, the likes of Lewis Skelly, obviously he can play now because the red card got overturned. So if we keep the same back four that played against Wolves and we go with a strong midfield, I completely agree with what Lee said in terms of not starting Ødegaard or Havertz, bringing them on as impact players, getting fresh legs on if the main players start to tire. Definitely play Martinelli through the middle. Wanyeri on the right, he seems to be doing fantastic there. And Trossard in the 10. I think we can actually turn them over, but whether we can, we'll have to find out. But I'm hoping for an Arsenal win.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I'm just doing all your. Sorry, I'm talking out loud. Sorry, carry on. Sorry, I've just got all your things. I'm just doing your. I'm just subscribing to your things, and I'm talking out loud. Sorry.
No worries.
Thanks, man.
Good, you're good. Tom, I'll come to you, bro. Man City on Sunday. What's your thoughts going into the game, bro, and your team as well? Where you go with?
Well, I agree in some senses, but especially about surrounding their midfield. It's almost certain that they're going to play Kovacic. And then if they play Gundogan as well, I think they need Kevin De Bruyne. But I think Kevin De Bruyne is that game changer for Man City in that midfield, and he has been when he's come into the team. But for whatever reason, Pep hasn't played him this season compared to the minutes that he would have got previously. For whatever reason, we don't know. And I think that's one of the main reasons why Man City ain't been winning, because De Bruyne's not in that team. So if he plays, I'd be worried. But if not, then I think that really does weaken them. Obviously, I think Marmoush and the centre-back that they've signed, I think they might be injured. So I don't think they played midweek against whoever it was.
Who did they sign Kusanov from?
Lons,
yeah.
Lons in the Champions League.
I mean, he got like Havertz last season in that 6-0 game, so...
Yeah, I think they might be injured. But anyway, midfield could be where, as you said, the game's won. So if we put out Partey and Rice out there, and then probably Odegaard. I do think that midfield's probably, good. It's got the legs in there, in Declan Rice. Partey can ping a pass from anywhere, especially when he's in this kind of form. And yeah, add pace into that front line and we'll be good to go. I think Ranieri, I think he's got a start on the right. You probably keep Sterling in there, and then probably Havertz up front. To be completely honest, I think that's what's gonna happen really. Havertz will probably play up front, and then at the back, I cannot wait for Ben White to be back. To be completely honest, I think Timber's done really well, but he needs a rest, and I think Ben White, he's been superb in the last few years, so I think when he comes back, he'll have a real impact. You could argue that we're probably better with Ben White in the team, to be completely honest, but I think hopefully David is fit and ready to go. I'd probably stick with Calafiori for this game as well, to be completely honest, because he's just come off the back of two really good performances. So I don't see the reason in dropping him. So yeah, I think that's the team that I'd go with. And Man City, obviously they do have threats in that team, but defensively and in the midfield, without De Bruyne, obviously they look weak. We need to expose that. Yeah, Edison and Ortega are rotating in and out the team. Yeah, that's not good. We saw the goalkeeper situation that we had last season with Ramsdale and Raya, so that's not going to do them any good. At the back, obviously they've got rid of Kyle Walker now, but he weren't any good. Yeah, and then Guardiola looks shaky at the moment. So there's real weak points in that team which we need to expose. Yeah, and I think if we had Saka for this game, I'd genuinely be really confident, but as much as Ranieri is good, he's not Saka's level. Yeah, let's just be honest. But
Diaz injured. Is Ruben Diaz injured?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's out.
Yeah.
I think
Funny that. Man City's best defender.
Ruben Diaz.
Man City missing Rodri as well. No,
I don't know, but potentially.
Rodri's been out all season.
No.
Yeah,
The
they've
most
got two
important player is
more
Rodri,
injuries
yeah.
as well. I'm just going to look it up real quick.
Doku's out injured.
Oh yeah, Doku, that's the other one.
Yeah, Doku's
I've
out injured.
never rated
Grealish
Doku, to be honest.
I knew
I
the
think
other
he's
one.
woeful.
I didn't tell you my score prediction, did I?
Oh, Nathan Ake is the other one.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, he's a
Walker
big
Bonds
miss.
as
He's a
well,
big
yeah.
miss.
Diaz.
I don't think Grealish is injured. He's just always on the piss.
Yeah, Grealish ain't injured.
Yeah.
But they've been playing Nunes at right back,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that don't make
really?
sense to me.
Oh, Nunes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unless he's
He's playing,
inverting.
They're
Unless
towards
he's
play.
inverting, that makes no sense.
I think he is inverting. Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
so like, you look at that defence and go, sure, this is an opportunity for Martinelli, but the thing with this manager is
I don't
every
trust
time with that left wing position, it's obviously going to be Trossard or Martinelli, right? But it seems like the manager rotates both of them like for the wrong reasons. So we see Trossard against the teams that don't sit back and they actually like to push up the field, but we play Martinelli against the low blocks when really it should be the other way around. So it's probably going to be Trossard at the weekend. It honestly won't surprise me. I honestly don't think it will be Martinelli. It will probably be Trossard. And then next week, who we got? It's Leicester, right? Away.
Now Newcastle.
Newcastle in the cup first.
Oh,
Yeah.
Newcastle in the cup. We'll
And then it's the break.
probably go Martinelli in that one because Newcastle will be happy just to sit deep and play for a 0-0. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and then we'll play obviously Martinelli against Leicester.
Do you know what? If we beat Man City on Sunday, yeah, I'd say we'll go up there and beat Newcastle as well.
Newcastle.
I think it'd give us the confidence to go and overturn that deficit,
I fucking
Yeah,
hope
but
so.
the thing is, right,
Yeah.
we can't even tally more than 2 shots on target at that place, let alone score 3 goals.
Like the last time we won at St James's Park was the season where we first went for the league.
It
Yeah.
was,
Even that was a 2-0 win.
That was 2-0, yeah.
I'm both games we were missing Erdegaard as well.
Before that, we lost 2-0 at their place when we missed out on the top four. Last season, we lost 1-0 because of that controversial goal. And then this season, we lost 1-0 again. I feel like St James's Park is always going to be a tough place to go. But at the end of the day, we're meant to be Arsenal. We're meant to be a team that's afraid of no one.
Finding players as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, facts.
Sorry, Josh. I've just realised I've got to go because I've got a stream on at 10 with Mathys.
No worries, Alf, bro. Alf, just before you go, you want to shout out your content?
I've got my match preview coming tomorrow for the Manchester City game, and you can find me on socials at AlfieD_YT. That'll be on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Alf, bless up, my friends. Thank you so much for coming on today. Absolute legend.
Thanks for having me, Josh. Thanks again, guys. Nice meeting you, Lee.
And you, sir.
Take care,
Alf, mate. Speak to you soon. Cheers, mate. But yeah, Rory, bro, just your quick thoughts about Man City on Sunday.
You know what? I am actually confident we can get a result because obviously it's another one of these, big games against the Big Six. Like our Big Six record is very impressive. Like we've not lost in over 2 years, and I think that was against Man City, funnily enough, away from home when we bottled the league title 2 seasons ago. So I am confident that it is at home, and with the stay humble gimmick and all of that, the fans are going to be up for it. So will obviously Gabriel and Haaland. So it's going to be a feisty game, it's fair to say. And Gabriel obviously said ages ago that we're waiting for them at the Emirates. So I'm nervous, but I'm excited. And I'm pretty sure neutrals are as well, because I think we're in for arguably the game of the season. It's going to be a brilliant game.
Did you know that Michael Oliver was supposed to ref that game?
Was he actually?
Yeah,
he was.
He got took
but
off.
They got rid of him.
They took him off. Apparently, that's according to Gary Neville.
Yeah, but we got Peter Banks instead. So, yeah. Look, quite frankly, I don't give a shit who the referee is. Just get the 3 points is all I care. And the thing is, the pressure will be properly on Arsenal at the weekend, because Man City know they're not really in a title race, right? Their season is pretty much done in the Premier League. They're just going to be, focusing on the Champions League. And obviously they got Real Madrid today, so that they'll be fully focused and zoned in for that Real Madrid game in the Champions League. But the Premier League, I think, they've pretty much wrote off this season. So the pressure is definitely on Arsenal to deliver at the weekend, because, look, Liverpool have got a difficult game at the weekend away at Bournemouth. So they're capable of dropping points. And I look at Liverpool this season and go, they're nothing special, right? They're not, the Man City from 2 seasons ago, or, when they won 4 Premier Leagues in a row where they used to dominate the league and killed momentum. They're not that team this season. For me, this is Arsenal versus Arsenal in the title race. I wouldn't even say it's Arsenal versus Liverpool. It's Arsenal versus Arsenal. The only way we are going to not win this league is if we shoot ourselves in the foot, which is what we're doing and what we have done so far this season by not addressing any key areas in January and dropping points. We've got 8 draws so far this season. And we're not talking against any of the Big Six, apart from Chelsea, I believe, and Man City away early on in the season. We're talking the Evertons, the Fulhams, the I'm missing any others?
Right.
Brighton twice. So
Bournemouth.
Yeah, Bournemouth's another one. Although they have been brilliant this season, to be fair to them. You can't take that away from them. But yeah, we've dropped points in silly games. And this one, it'll be so Arsenal to beat Man City and then not get a win against Leicester. So Arsenal. And then somewhat turn over a 2-goal deficit away at Newcastle. For me, as Lee said, I think we've got to play a double pivot like we did last season at home to Man City. We played Jorginho and Declan Rice, and it somewhat works because we won 1-0. So I think we've got to take that as an advantage. We've got to play Rice and Partey. I think if we play them as a double pivot, and where like Rice has been playing lately, which isn't the box-to-box midfield role, he's kind of been playing as that double pivot, and he's not really been pushing forward as much as he has done all season. So I think in this game, you've got to just keep it simple. You've got to play Rice, Partey in the midfield, and then Ødegaard ahead of them. And then right back, you've got Timber, Saliba, Gabriel. Left back is a toss of a coin. I mean, you've got Calafiori, who's played well lately, and obviously he scored in the early fixture at the Etihad. So you've got him, and then you've got Lewis Skelly, who I don't know. He's been brilliant, but is he ready for a game like this? I don't know, because he's not really had that proper test yet against a Man City side that I'm sure are going to come here with no sort of pressure whatsoever. So it's going to be interesting to see what it goes with at left back. Obviously, the goalkeeper situation. I mean, Neto. I don't know. If we have to start Neto, I don't really doubt his distribution or his ability to catch from crosses. I mean, from what I saw against Girona, I think, it wasn't too bad up to the point he made that mistake. But that's the issue we're going to find and sort of like clock with Neto at Arsenal, and what we have seen even in his days at Bournemouth. Like, he's going to have that mistake in him. Whereas Raya, on the other hand, I mean, you rarely see him make like an awful error. I think the last game he had an absolute horror show in was it Luton away from home. That's the only game I can remember him having an absolute shocker. So Neto, considering it's Man City, and obviously before the Girona game, he's not even made an appearance in the Premier League for like 6 to 7 months. It is a huge risk. So I think Raya will be fit, don't get me wrong, but if we have to play Neto, I will be nervous, because as I mentioned on your stream, Josh, right? I mean, I spoke to a Bournemouth fan and they were hella confused why we signed him, because apparently he can't catch a cold. So yeah, I mean, I think Raya, as I said, will be fit. You keep the back four. I mean, I really don't mind who we play at left back. I think it's going to be Calafiori, to be honest. I don't see Arteta throwing Lewis Skelly in the deep end, to be honest, in this sort of game. And as I just mentioned, midfield, Partey, Rice, Ødegaard. Ødegaard needs a great game. He needs to properly turn up. Because if it's any of the performances that we have seen lately, then yeah, we could drop points, because when Ødegaard plays well, we are unplayable, it's fair to say. So yeah, I think Ødegaard has to show up. And then you've got the front three of Waneri on the right, Martinelli on the left, and then I will go with Havertz. And the reason why I'll go with Havertz is because we all know Man City's press. It's honestly so threatening. And we need a way to obviously go long to beat that press. And the only player that can sort of hold up the ball well hasn't really done it too well lately, but someone to obviously have the license of hitting the ball long and getting out of that Man City press. It worked last season when Havertz played in the Community Shield, I believe. Yeah. I thought he had a good game, and then he came on against Man City last season in that treble of changes that Mikel made. I think brought on Tomiyasu, Partey, Havertz, and they ultimately won the game. And Martinelli, so 4 changes, and all 4 of them won the game. And that was because it was a long ball over the top from Partey. Havertz chests it down. Well, Tomiyasu first won the header, but Havertz, with his hold-up play, pretty much won us that game, as well as obviously Martinelli. But I think Havertz will be crucial. I don't think playing Martinelli up front in this sort of game will give us that freedom to hit it long when we have to. And we made that
but don't
mistake.
you have he's got that pace in behind. Don't you think?
Yeah, I get that. That's why I would start him on the left. Like, they've got bloody Nunes at right back, for crying out loud. Right? But I do understand where you're coming from. When you say, yes, Martinelli should be playing through the middle. I don't disagree with that. But you play different opponents every week. So you play Martinelli on the left, and then you play Havertz through the middle, because we made this mistake 2 seasons ago, right? When we played Man City on both occasions. We had to play Nketiah in one game and Jesus in the other. We could not go long whatsoever to beat their press. And I think that was one of the issues, that we could not go long, because you saw in them 2 games, apart from the first half at the Emirates, we pretty much got dominated. We could not get out of our own half.
Yeah.
And we lost that game due to individual errors and us playing out from the back. And in that 4-1 game, well, don't even get me started. We pretty much got dominated from minute 1 to 90. So I think we need that outlet up front. I really do. And I think Havertz obviously is the only one. He's going to play. We know that already. But I think I would have started him anyway. Even if he's not in particularly great form, I think you start him to beat the Man City press. Because regardless of how poor they've been this season, you still play him. You still play him to beat that press, and they still set up the same way as they do with as they have done under Pep Guardiola. Like, you look at Tottenham and how they beat Man City 4-0 at their own gaff. They had bloody Solanke up there.
Yeah.
So you play that sort of striker against Man City, so you can beat their press, and you go from there. Right, I don't think playing Martinelli up there is going to do any justice, in my opinion anyway. That's just the way I look at it, and what I've seen last season when we played Man City. We brought on Havertz to go long, to give us a different dimension, and we scored. And he ultimately changed the game, to be fair to him. So,
yeah, that's fair. I hear it, man. I hear it. Let's do some predictions, man. I've gone 2-1 Arsenal. Lee, what are you saying prediction-wise?
Yeah,
bro?
same. 2-1, mate.
2-1, yeah. Tom?
Arsenal, I don't really feel like giving a score, because I'm not that kind of person, but Arsenal win.
Arsenal to win. Yes, love it.
Yes.
Rory?
you know what? I'm actually going to say 2-0 Arsenal.
Oh, okay.
Ifan Kenobi with 2 goals. Bookmark this.
All right.
3-0 Havertz hat-trick. 3-0 Havertz hat-trick.
I would love that, you know.
I'd be mad, though.
It shut me up. Called him.
Yeah.
Called him shit, Bambi on ice. German giraffe. All the names I've called him, man.
There we go. Guys, thank you so much everyone who tuned in today. Let's go around the panel. Lee, thanks for your debut, man. If you want to shout your channel where people can find you as well, bro.
Yeah, it's the Arsenal Alliance. I've changed their handle now. You know what? I'm just watching loads of YouTube videos on trying to make the channel better. I've changed the banner and all that. The name's still the Arsenal Alliance. It was called the Football Dad's Army. It was called before.
Yeah.
And I changed it to the Arsenal Alliance and niche it to more of an Arsenal channel. But if you type in, put Cockney Gooner, you can find the channel from there. Thank you.
Yeah, big up Lee every single time, man. Listen, Lee, you're welcome anytime come on the channel, bro, for sure. Absolute real one. I appreciate your time as well today, my friend.
No worries.
Tom, bro, you got anything coming up, my friend?
Maybe a match day vlog.
Oh,
You know?
What, you go to the game?
No. It'll be for the Women's North London Derby. But maybe a match day vlog, but I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure, but other than that, probably not.
Is that
probably
Sunday?
not.
Or is that Saturday?
It's 2 weeks Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
2 weeks Sunday.
Oh yeah, I do a podcast every Thursday. I forgot to mention that. I do a podcast every Thursday.
Oh yeah, go on.
With Anthony.
Oh yeah.
We call it the final score, as we talk about the week's Arsenal.
Oh, okay.
Over the week, I do match reactions. I will do like little match reactions after the game on Sunday. Wednesday. After every game, I've started doing it now as well. So I thought I'd just let people know that, Josh. And you're welcome to the live channel as well. We do the live streaming on the Thursday, so let us know if you're ever free. And
sure, man.
You can come on.
Appreciate it, man. Rory, what about you, bro? You got any content coming up?
Yeah, so there should be a watch along for the weekend. So now you know that we're definitely winning at the weekend. I could be doing a watch along at the weekend for the Man City game and a match reaction. I mean, I might bring back the live shows as well. There's not really been any. Has there really been any therapy sessions to go live about? Not really. I mean, I could have gone live regarding the referee decision, but that's just boring. So, yeah, I've obviously managed to get over that just. So, yeah, there was no point spouting about that. I might have a couple of videos here and there, like, tactical breakdowns of certain players, and I'm tempted to sort of, I don't know, run over academy players and that.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to do, like, I don't know, youth academy content as well.
That'd be good.
Yeah, regarding like the Arsenal academy and like which players could break into.
That'd be
and perhaps Arsenal like player profiles and that. That's what I'm thinking of doing. I've made a couple of thumbnails already, so
go for it.
mean, those are videos that could be on the horizon, but yeah, definitely a watch along should be anyway, depending on like what I'm doing and if I'm not watching it in a bloody bar. But yeah,
I'm here anyway, so I'll keep my that interesting that how then the academy thing you just mentioned.
Yeah,
Subbed anyway, so I'll keep my eye out for that. I'll have a look at that if you do that, definitely.
Yeah. And then that's about it, really.
Yeah, go for that, man, for sure. Big up to Alfie, came on. Cooper's still in the chat. Big up to you guys who came on earlier as well. Big up everyone in the chat leaving your comments. We're going almost 2 hours, so I appreciate everyone's time. We're back tomorrow as always. Big up everyone. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.